Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Onset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who may like it as well. Also, if you have time, please drop me a comment in the comment section. Your comments are how I figure out exactly how you feel about what's stated and what questions you need answered about what I've already spoken about. So your comments are really more important than you may think, and they always determine future videos. Okay? All right, let's talk about something that's really important. I mean, it's the kind of thing that we all experience, and I'm not going to say it's really important. It's not like, the earth, global warming or something like that. It's not a heavy topic, but it's something that we all deal with. And I wanted to address it because I feel like people are often like kind of shamed because of it. I wanted to deal with the topic of rejection. I had a young man come to me. Now, this young man is in his 30s. And he told me that he's out there dating. He's an Aquarius. And he's out there dating. He wants to get married and he actually wants to have a family. Not now, but in the future. So he and I were talking and he said, did I think it was wrong for a person to have a preference? Or do I think that's shallow? And I was like, okay, that's a very interesting question. So give me some more. Tell me, what do you mean by that? So he told me that he was interested in a young lady. The young lady is very attractive. And he said that he basically asked her out. And the young lady told him that she didn't want to, basically was the bottom line. And I asked him, I said, did she say why? And he said, she said that he wasn't her type. She's into tall men and he's only like 5'5". So he told me that, he said, okay. And he went about his business, but he said, Queen, I want you to know that I was angry. I want you to know that I was angry. And it was interesting for him to say that because I've been working with him on his emotions. So for him to say I was angry was really a breakthrough, because normally I would have to get him to figure out that that is what he's feeling. In this case, he knew immediately. And he was like, I was angry. And he was like, I felt, sad about it. He was like, I felt rejected. And he was like, I don't understand. He was like, I don't understand why you would turn somebody down for such a shallow reason. He was like, I could see if she thought I was unattractive, or, if, my values didn't match hers or something like that. But he was like, it was none of that. It was just, oh, you're too short. And I was like, you know what? First of all, I feel you on that. And I'm happy that you told me that you were angry, because that's something that a lot of people try to play off. And a lot of people, when they get rejected, they try to blow it off like, well, fuck her anyway, or fuck him anyway. I ain't want him no way. That's what a lot of people do with it. But the truth is that most of us feel the sting of rejection, and it would be a lot healthier if we admitted that we felt the sting. And when a man, or especially a man, but even a woman, when they say they felt the sting, the rest of us are like, oh, well, don't be like that. You ain't got no reason to be mad. But the truth is that we all feel some type of way when we're rejected. Now, what we do about it is where you come into dangerous territory. If you're angry about it and you say, well, fuck you then that's not cool. If you're angry about it and you go away and process your anger in a manner that's healthy, like talking to someone, for example, then that's cool. It's cool that you felt that way because it's a natural human emotion. So the first thing I told him is like, it's fine that you were angry. Like, own that. Yeah, that's fine. The part that people, especially with men, where they mess up at is they get angry about it and then you all kinds of bitches. And that's not cool. It's fine to be angry, but take it out, in a productive kind of way. Express it. Because you don't want to hold the anger in either. You want to release it, but you want to release it in a manner that's productive. So go talk to somebody about how you felt about it. Go punch a bag, go exercise. Those kinds of ways are healthy, productive ways to get anger out of you without making the situation worse. So I said that first and foremost. I applauded him for going there because that was really good. And it's not a lot of men, especially Aquarius men, who come to me who are comfortable admitting that something hurt them or made them angry. You know, so that was really a breakthrough as far as he was concerned. And then the other thing I told him was, at the same time, she has the right to have a preference. We all have a preference, and we all have a right to that preference. And if you're not somebody's preference, it's not the end of the world. You know, feel your feelings, deal with your feelings, and move on to the next one. Everybody out there is not we've all been rejected. Come on. We're all not somebody's type, and that's fine. I remember a long time ago, I told him this story. I like this girl, and I found out that she dates women. So I knew a few of the women that she had dated, and I really wasn't impressed. She had not dated anybody that I thought was up to par. To be honest with you, nobody that I would have dated. They weren't gainfully employed. The one girl she was seeing is in and out of relationships, and I just was like, So I really liked her a lot. I found out that she was dating women, and like I said, I knew a few of the women that she had dated. So I offered to take her out. Now, mind you, she's been in relationships where I don't think she's ever been taken out, to be honest with you. From the people that she had been with, maybe before them, but I doubt it. And just based on, what she said. And she was like, "You're really attractive, but you are too feminine for me." And I was like, what? That's the look on my face, but I know better. So I was just like, oh, okay. I dropped it and moved on. But in my mind, I was thinking, I'm too feminine for you, but you dating bums. Like, hello, somebody decent finally offers to take you out and you turn them down because they're too feminine. I was just like, huh? But at the same time, I felt my feelings about it. I was pissed about it. I thought it was stupid, to be honest with you, because I was like, you're lucky somebody of caliber is finally asking you out, quite frankly, and you still on some bullshit about I'm too feminine. But after I went through my little tantrum, I realized that's her right. That's her right. If she wants to date bums who aren't feminine, that's on her. That is her right. And maybe it's because she needs to do that. Maybe she needs to love herself more. Maybe she needs to find herself. Maybe any of those things could be going on. Maybe she needs to date those kinds of people. Or maybe that's the reason she told me, but maybe it's another reason why she didn't want to. Maybe she thought that I was too old for her, or any number of things. I was a little bit older than her. So it could have been any number of things. Maybe that's just the excuse that she gave. But either way, it's her right. It's her right. It's her right to do whatever she's going to do. So I just wanted to put it out there for people that, number one, yes, it is normal for you to feel some type of way, number one. And number two, yes, it's okay for you to have a preference, whatever that preference is. Because there have been times when I've tried to date someone who wasn't my preference, just to see what it was like, or to not be shallow, or some other reason I gave myself to settle for somebody that I wasn't even attracted to. And I found that if the person is not my preference, if I'm not attracted to them, then the relationship doesn't go anywhere, because sexually speaking, I'm not turned on by them. Now, in some cases, I've met a person that I was not attracted to and became attracted to them over time, because of something that they did or some other quality. But if I'm not attracted and I try to make myself date them or settle for them, it does not work well. It doesn't work well at all. So I told myself, like, nah, just go for what you're attracted to. So like I said, and this is the conversation he and I had, I was like, she has the right to make a bad decision. And maybe you are the best decision, but she has the right not to make that decision. In the same way, your feelings are valid. You are, entitled to your feelings. But go deal with those feelings in a healthy way and recognize that homegirl is entitled to her preference. We all are. So I just wanted to point that out because of two things. I don't feel like people are always comfortable to say that. And when I've heard men say that, I've heard men get angry about a woman rejecting them, and other women and men in the room tear them a new asshole. Like, really go in on them. Like, you don't have no reason to be like that. Like, they really got in on them. And I was like, yo, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay for it to sting. It's okay. Because it does sting. It stings us all. It's all about how you address it. Now, if a man or a woman turns you down and you say, okay, and move on, then that's fine. Or if you're angry about it, deal with it and move on, that's fine. The only time it's a problem is when you take out that frustration on the other person. And as a society, us pretending that this doesn't happen is not doing any of us any favors. We need to acknowledge that rejection does sting, it does hurt, and that the other person has the right to reject us anytime they want for any reason that they want. Those things are both true. It's not like one or the other is true. They're both true. They're both true. It stings and they have the right to do it. So think about that whenever if you get rejected or see somebody else get rejected, kind of be more understanding in that way, because that does sting. But a person has a right to their preference. So if we can kind of have a balance with the two and be okay with the two, I think that it'll do us more justice than pretending like it doesn't happen, or pretending like you weak or you a punk or you soft because your feelings got hurt. Everybody's feelings get hurt, and it's okay. Men and women. It's fine. It's fine for your feelings to get hurt. It's fine for you to be in a situation that you feel some type of way about. That's fine. And as a society, we need to start acknowledging that and stop treating people like something's wrong with them when they feel something. Because honestly, it's the reverse. Not feeling something is when something's wrong with you. Okay? All right, guys. Time for me to get going. So if you have an opportunity to, please hit the like button on this video. And if you would like to get a reading done, email me and I will hook you up. If you'd like to hit me up on social media, my information will be underneath here. If you'd like to become one of my patrons on Patreon, that would be greatly appreciated. That information is underneath here as well. Come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.